world's greatest animation that never shipped in a video game? When you took Coward's Way Out, you would literally put the pistol to your face like this and pull the trigger. And we had this idea, and we asked the animation team to make it for us, and they did. And it was perfect the very first time. Now, Black Ops is an M-rated game, but despite being an M-rated game, you can't always do whatever the fuck you want. So in filing for the ESRB ratings for the game, you have to fill out a form. One of these questions on this form asks, are there depictions of suicide? The person filling out the form did not know about the best animation ever made for a video game that didn't ship, and the asshole checked the box, no. The form was submitted and the rating was given. Only later did we come to realize how wrong this was. We were forced to take this animation out of the game, and I cried like the bitch baby I am. A moment of silence for the best animation ever shipped in a video game. Despite the expectation that all games are perfect all of the time, Second Chance, it's a perfectly interesting gameplay idea that can go horribly wrong in practice. So we totally get it. Please, stop yelling at me.
So this is the original photo reference used for the level's summit. In order to make sure that we make believable environments for the game, the four of us travel the world in a Black Ops private jet and inspect each location personally. There we are. Reading the forums, you might think that we make levels in a weekend, but in reality it takes anywhere from several months to over a year to make one map. So what we're going to do today is walk you through the development of the map's summit from beginning to end through all of its major phases.
Video, please.
It was really cold that day, I remember.
This is May 21st, 2009, over a year and a half before the game ships. As you can see, the original map doesn't look anything like the one you know today. The map features two buildings with a path in between them, but it was really failing to give you that sense of place. When you exited one building, you didn't really have much of a sense of orientation. However, the most driving design element, the element of danger from being on top of a mountain, is persistent from day one to ship. Now, fast forwarding to September 28th, 2009, more than a year before the game is released, and you'll see the map in a state that we call blockout complete. And what this means is that the map structure is locked in place and the design won't radically change. However, even in this phase, there are entire areas of playable space that don't yet exist because we haven't discovered a reason for them. Now, in a second, we're going to pan over and you're going to see the old map off in the vista, and it's there so that the designer can still draw influence from it, but what you don't see are any details yet. And what you do see are called case textures. Now, case textures are basically placeholder colors the designers can use to block things out, and then work with the art department to figure out what they actually are. March 15th, 2010. 6 months before the game comes out. This is what we call the detail phase. This is the phase where designers start applying textures to the world. Now, designers don't typically aren't responsible for creating textures or models, but they are responsible for placing them in their world. And it's for this reason that I think Call of Duty level designers are 3-part designer, 1 part artist, 1 part architect, and completely insane. The final phase in a map's life cycle is called the polish phase. Now, even in this late stage, you'll see some new things like this flanking path and the jump puzzle and overwatch position here in the center room. But what this phase is really all about is making the map as beautiful as possible without sacrificing gameplay or performance. And I think that this is one of the most challenging balancing acts that we do.
Alright everybody, now it's time to play Name That Map. So I want you to take a good look at this map list. This is a complete map of every
This is a complete list of every map we shipped in the game, including all of the DLC. I'll give you a moment to wrap your mind around the staggering amount of game content that resulted in the death of 4 of our level designers. Alright, so does anybody know what this map is? Alright, I heard some Havanas. You're all wrong, sorry. The actual name of this map is MP Cairo. MP Cairo is one of the first maps we started working on. Back originally we thought that Call of Duty was going to be going to Egypt. This map was full of temples, pyramids, and I think a drivable camel at one point. But then something unfortunate happened. The environment was cut from the game. We know Black Ops was no longer going to be going to Egypt. This left us with this awesome map that we really love playing and no place to put it in. Fortunately for us, as painful as it is to have an entire environment be cut from the game, we were able to move this map to Cuba. Through the ingenuity and patience of you can redevelop the entire map into a new location. And I promise you, and Phil wouldn't want me to give this impression that reskinning the map is something you can do at the push of a button.
Head glitching areas.
Alright, does anybody recognize this map? A little louder? That's right, it is clearly Q3VM17.
Yeah!
No, actually, it's a complete reimagining of the map Castle. We probably cut or never finished.
At a more practical level, we try to create gameplay separations between our one-shot weapons, one-hit kill weapons, and for close range we have shotguns, for long range we have sniper rifles. We have, and you know, in the hands of a skilled player, a one-hit kill weapon that works at all ranges is pretty powerful, probably a little bit too powerful. So, what we try to do is, you know, remove the ability for the sniper rifles to work super quickly at close range like that. You know, yeah, and unlike Vaughn, we're not all members of Optic. So, you know, we can't quickscope for shit. You know, what fans refer to as a quickscoping patch was at very late in development and took quite a long time to get
wow, he sold out, didn't he? What a sellout.
So, as you can see, Optic Vaughn there, I blame him actually for this whole thing. So, you know, we didn't really understand at the time just how far we took it and what the ramifications would be on the final game. We still don't believe, and probably never will, that we've given players of equal play level that sniper rifle should be able to beat a shotgun at close range. You know, this is just proof that best intentions to give yourself the highest flexibility to tune the game don't always start or end in exactly a way that makes sense. Our goal should have been to create a viable but balanced platform for running gun snipers.
Yep.
By nerfing quickscoping, people feel like we also nerfed hard scoping, or what I like to call just regular sniping. And you know, that was really never our intention.
Okay, so next up I want to talk a little bit about user-created art. So, we had a slide for you, which unfortunately we had to cut at the last minute because of
Fucking lawyers.
So the emblem editor, we went into the development of the emblem editor with eyes wide open. We knew exactly how people were going to use this. We knew that it was going to be ugly and beautiful at the same time. And in all honesty, the reality is that it's a complete pain in the ass. We had to hire a guy full-time just to monitor the emblems and manage the reports from the community about emblems that were offensive, that you guys found offensive. We had to build new tools, new technology, to police the community and to ban offenders. We also had to sit in countless meetings with suits to discuss corporate strategies and policies, which, as developers, is always fun. But if we had it to do all over again, we would do the exact same thing. Because the lesson here is that the beauty is always more important than the ugly. The nastiness can never overshadow the creativity and freedom of expression for you guys, the fans.
Yay!
Awesome emblems out there.
Those are
You guys
fan
really did
creators
some
right
beautiful work.